Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. And today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Iron Man series, Marvel's War Machine. And if you don't know War Machine, he is Tony Stark's kind of best friend, and his James Rhodes or Jim Rhodes, Rhodey Rhodes is his nickname. But Rhodey is a military pilot who helped Tony Stark escape when he was escaping from Wong Chu in Vietnam back in the original comics from the 60s. But he's kind of like a stubborn and a little bit aggressive guy at times, but he's a really good and dependable friend. And unfortunately, Tony Stark kind of takes advantage of his loyalty several times in the comics. But when Iron Man believes he's going to die, or when Tony Stark believes he's going to die, he puts himself in suspended animation because comics, and he creates a War Machine version of the Iron Man suit, which is basically like a very militaristic style. And then he says, like, this is going to be your suit, so for his friend, but he wills it to him. But anyways, let's get this guy out of the package. This is actually the second version of this figure. There was a deluxe version first, and then they re-released it for this kind of 90s retro card style wave. So I did pre-cut this, so I'll be taking it out kind of carefully. And you can see the background art is awesome, or the cover art I should say is awesome. It looks like the old 90s thing, and instead of Iron Man, for a nice change, we have a War Machine. So some people might like the colors, others may not, but this one sort of gives off an Avengers West Coast type of atmosphere. Rhodey is sometimes depicted with a different color in the unibeam part of his chest, but this time it's blue. It doesn't maybe match the cartoon so much, but the eyes are black, I believe. Yeah, the eyes are black, but he does have a blue highlight again. Oops, it's hard to focus. He does have a blue highlight again on his, like, kind of targeting reticule on his what's it called, helmet. But anyways, let's get this guy out. And since he is since he is War Machine, he is a little bit accessory heavy. So we'll look at his accessories first, as we usually do. But also we need to get a measurement on this guy. I'm going to get the measurement real quick before I forget. So let's move this off to the side, and we'll use this one. Okay. He is standing about here. So it looks like, whoops, come on, focus. Okay. Looks like he's at about 6.5 inches to the top of his head. So he's about 16.5 centimeters, it looks like. All right. So back to those accessories. Let's get started on, you know what? I think he might be standing a little bit taller. Just a moment. Yeah, sorry, he's standing a little bit taller if I put his legs together more. So you can be the judge there. It's just a hair over 16.5 inches. So just a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. And for the accessories, so we have the little fire effect for his missiles. It's his rocket launcher, as they would say on a certain old arcade game. Just a moment. This is going to be hard to get out. He's got his rocket launcher box on his shoulder, and he's got his minigun. Whoops, there we go. He's got his minigun on the other shoulder, and we have some blast effects for both, and we have some alternate hands too. Okay, looking at that rocket launcher, that looks kind of like this. So Metal Slug is the game I was talking about, but I don't know if Anybody played that? Anyway, it fits on. Geez, why will this not lock? I'm sorry, I can't get it to focus as always. Okay, so it goes like that, and it fits on with this little ball part. And in addition to the box itself, we can put on this little flame effect to make them blasting off. You can put it either way, this way, or of course reversed. But then we've got these little tiny rockets that stick on, and they fit on nicely. It's very simple to do, and they're nice and snug on there too. Not going to be like loose and falling off all the time. All right, and if we attach that to his shoulder, he usually has that on his left shoulder. Okay, there we go. I think it's probably, I think it's probably intended to look a little bit different. I probably put it upside down. Let's try switching it around the other direction. Okay, probably like this. I hope that's the other direction. I think it is. Okay, and the other one is his minigun. Okay, come on, focus, come on, focus, come on, focus. Oh my God, it will not focus today. I don't know why, but I have so many problems with lighting for my videos. Jeez. Okay, and my phone is actually, there we go. My phone is actually breaking as I speak. I got a new kind of damaged line on my screen. But anyways, okay, so this one has the blue effect too. I don't really like that, but I understand they wanted it to stand out. Okay, and it comes with this little blast effect here. So it's a little bit warped from being in the package, but it doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Okay. It doesn't really come out of one particular hole, but the blast is sort of spreading it out. Okay, and we'll try putting that on here real quick. Where's the hole? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, you can see it's kind of warped. We'll twist it this way so it doesn't look quite as goofy. So there he is, firing his weapons. Now these parts are on little rails, so you can stow his weapons back, and of course you can twist them. Whoops, can also hit the camera, but I can twist them back, but they are kind of like fire any direction that War Machine needs them to. And he also has these nifty little cannons here, but I don't think, oh man, I'm so sorry. I don't have all of the pieces here. We're missing a couple of the blast effects here. That blast effect, oh no, sorry. It's my mistake. He doesn't come with the blast effect. Anyway, you can port in the blast effects here. I thought I was missing something, but I don't think I am from this guy. This should be all of the accessories he comes with. Yeah, it's all of the accessories. Okay, the deluxe version comes with some little blast effects to put in here, but you could use like the ones from your Shield Agents or Black Widow or something like that. But anyways, he does have alternate hands, but as you can see, he does have this fist hand right out of the box, and he does have this open hand repulsor blast. But this is the bad repulsor blast hand that doesn't have a hinge. So if you're like me, you're a big War Machine person, so you actually buy the other version so you have a hinged hand for him. But that was the first Gamerverse version of War Machine. So, all right. But so you have alternate hands that will fill the same roles. So just vice versa for our extra hands. Okay. And if we look at the details real quick, you can see He's got a little bit of a lighted effect here to look like a shine, and his legs and arms do have like a kind of a glossy appearance. I don't know if that looks better or worse for the effect, but this part is very matte. So, but anyways, we'll pop these off, the effects off, and we'll look at his articulation. So his head is really nicely done. It is on a ball peg that actually is quite functional, really functional compared to your typical Marvel Legends. So that is a really satisfying head to move, if I do say so myself. But you can make him look almost any direction you need. He can't look up as far as we might like him to for flying, but he can torso twist back. Oh, not torso twist. He can diaphragm joint back just a little bit, so when he's flying, it'll be okay. But yeah, you'd hope that he could look up just a little bit more. But anyways, it's got really nice movement to it, and you can give him a lot of attitude. So, all right. And these parts, as I said, they move along the rails. They don't go like fully down, but back and forth like this. So back and up. Whoop. Okay. So when his weapons are stowed away, they're just aimed back like that. Okay, and then for the other articulation, so we did mention he doesn't have a diaphragm joint, he has an ab crunch. But you have to kind of push it to get it to go back, but it will get you a decent amount of range. Forward, less so, but not too bad. Okay, his arms will go all the way around because these float, so that's a good design. And he does have the bicep cut. As far as making his arms go up, I wouldn't push it in cold weather. This is a softer plastic, but you know, my extremis one, I broke him immediately out of the box. So, okay, and then, but yeah, this guy's plastic is better than that, I think. He does have double jointed pinless elbows that'll get you back that far. And then he's got his usual torso twist, his waist cut. This is an overlay for the belt. He can kick up that high. Now we see the unsightly part. He does have visible pins, so double jointed pinned knees that will get you back that far. And his leg is getting kind of ridiculously long, but maybe not too many people will notice it. I'm not sure. Okay, and then there is no boot cut, so that part does suck, but he does have the twist here, and there's no boot cut, but his ankles hinge up here back that far, and of course he's got ankle pivot. So, but yeah, this is a really satisfying version of War Machine for me. It works perfect to simulate or emulate the covers from the ForceWorks comics, and so I'm just really overall very pleased with this figure. So he can go in a lot of great poses, and if you combine him with a few different accessories from your Iron Man figures, you can give him the repulsor blast that he needs, or even the different actual hinged hands. So alternate hands. Sorry, I can't speak. Been in Japan too long. Okay, that was a look at this War Machine. I don't know if you guys have him or not, but he's a great figure. I highly recommend him if you're an Iron Man fan. He's kind of like the best version of the War Machine that I have. The deluxe one is cool, but this one just looks very comic bookish, so you can get him in some very cool looking poses to make him look sort of like Rhodey did when he was on the West Coast Avengers team. Okay, I'll let you guys go, and thank you for joining me this look at the War Machine figure. Okay, bye for now.